Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel, Busted Radio Garage. On today's episode, we're gonna get going back on Homer. I think this is episode 5. But this week we received in a bunch of new parts, and we also received our socket tool for the threaded ball joints. So we'll be able to finally get those out. And I'll take you over here and show you what all we have in and what we're gonna do. And make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram if you haven't done it already. All right, hang tight, let's get after it. Alright guys, here's the sockets we've been waiting on all week. These are from Powerbuilt. It's the Kit 32 two-piece kit with the threaded ball joint sockets. And I've already taken this one out. But essentially what this does, this socket is just four-sided. Just threads onto your ball joint and you remove it like you do anything else. But it's crazy, you need that kit, but I highly recommend these. They fit well, they have great fitment. And I'll put a link in the description below for the company, but if you want to pause it and read this, Powerbuilt kit number 32, threaded ball joint kit. I think it was like 30 bucks. I mean, it wasn't anything. So, all right, let me get you over here. We'll show you what parts we got in, and then we'll get to work on Homer. Alright guys, first part we got in was, looks like, this may be the new master cylinder, yep. So we went ahead and got the new master cylinder in, so we're going to try to get this cleaned up and put on today. So we'll get this cleaned up and get it put on the car. I hope I can get it back in the box here. Alright, and like I told you a couple episodes ago, we weren't going to go back with windshield wipers and all that good stuff, but wife made a pretty good point that we're probably going to need it if we're going to be traveling to different events. So, new windshield wiper motor for Homer. So we'll get that cleaned up and put in. And then we've got the Wilwood brake setup. I think this is going to be the front disc setup. So I'll go ahead and open all this with you guys here. See what all we got in here. Well, we got horsepower in the form of paper. So each one of these stickers is probably 50 horsepower for the big stickers, 25 for the medium, and 10 horsepower for the little stickers. So we'll spread those around and give everybody a little bit of horsepower. And there is all kinds of goodies in here. Here's our pads. There's our adapters. Some hardware, an inflatable bag that wasn't inflated. I'm going to assume these are probably the calipers. So we'll pop one of these open. There's our new Wilwood calipers, or one of them. More horsepower in the box, or some more stickers. Let's see what we got here. My Lord, they pack these boxes. Here's the race, the bearings, all the hardware. I mean, just hardware for days. Wilwood's a good company. They're expensive, but they send you everything you need for something like this. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully I'm not too close to this. More stickers. Oh. All right, yeah, there's our hub assemblies. I don't know if you can see that or not. Or one of the hub assemblies. Running out of room on the old workbench. This is going to be another hub assembly. Another caliper. These should be, let's see if I can get this out. These should be our rotors, so I'm not going to dig them both out. We'll get one out and open it here. The only part I'm missing, I believe, is the proportioning valve. And I would assume that's going to be here later on today, because I know the, hold on a second. Yeah, so these are going to be our rotors. I know that the steel braided brake lines and the proportioning valve are supposed to be here later today, according to Tractor. So we'll have those. But we're going to go ahead and try to get all of this put in today, along with the upper control arms, struts, ball joints. That should be just about it. And then we'll try to plumb in the brake lines, at least for the front brakes, maybe later on this afternoon or tomorrow. And then we'll just go to the back and start pulling the rear end out, pull the springs out, pull all of that out, get it rebuilt, change the rear end in the car actually, get all that paint and clean up and put back in the car. Then hopefully the motor will be here and we can get started on that. But hang tight, we're gonna get after it. We'll go ahead and get this second threaded ball joint out so we can get this over there, get it all cleaned, get it painted, and get it ready to put back in the car. So I figured you might want to watch this come out. Might get a little loud with the air compressor. Chrysler threaded ball joint. It's gone, going in the trash. Alright, hang tight a minute. Alright guys, I got these control arms here set off to the side so I can get them wire wheel cleaned so we can get them ready to paint. But before I do that, I need to get these front assemblies tore apart because I'm going to stick with the factory front spindle. and dust guards here. So give me a couple minutes, I'll get these all tore apart, and then we'll clean those as well, get them painted, and then we will start the assembly on the front of Homer here and try to get all this put together. And all right, hang tight a minute and we'll get her done. Well guys, the wizard just showed up. So let's see what we got. Thank you for your order. Got some more Wilwood parts. Here's our front brake lines. Stainless steel braided kit. So that's good. We'll have that for later today. And we got some more paper horsepower. So that's probably 25. Well, we got a little one. Let's call that 30 horsepower. And then 2.4 hours of the mullets live on November 19th. I'll be watching that. Make sure to go check that out. All right, hang tight. Let's get back after it. All right, guys, we've got everything put together on the front end. We're going to get ready to start on the brakes. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, so we've got everything done. We've got the control arms put on, front struts put in. Got the upper ball joints threaded in, the lower ball joints pressed in. Got the spindles all clean, painted, put back in. Same thing on this side. Everything is finally buttoned up over here. We're gonna have to do an alignment obviously on the front. Once we get all this done, I'll show you how to do that yourself with a piece of string, a couple rollers, and show you that technique. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all this Wilwood brake setup all open, and we'll go ahead and get these put on, get the stainless steel braided lines put in, and then we'll try to go ahead and get the new wiper motor master cylinder put on, and we'll go from there. So if you're still watching, I know these videos here don't draw the biggest crowd or the biggest views, especially for the technical stuff, but some of you may be interested in it, so we're gonna go ahead and keep doing it. And that's gonna be it, so hang tight a second and we'll get after it. All right, guys, got the Wilwood set up installed. Let me go ahead and flip you around and show you what we got going on. All right, there it is. All installed. New braided supply lines to come off the calipers. Same on the passenger side. If I'm being honest with you guys, this was a super easy install. Only took about an hour for both sides. So, you know, don't be intimidated by something like this. If you have the basic knowledge on how brakes work,
or basic automotive knowledge, this isn't going to be a problem for you. I did have to use the original spindles for the car and the original spindle nuts. Other than that, everything was in the kit. And I mean everything. Super easy install. As any of you know, the only really bad part about Wilwood is just it's so bloody expensive. These parts are crazy expensive. Just to be completely transparent, just this section in the front, and any of you that are doing this know you're going to get into a boatload of money if you're going to race or do any type of performance mods, or even just to fix it up for show. But for complete transparency, this kit right here was $1,170 for this kit and the braided supply hoses. But I mean, it does look nice, but I'm not sure if that's something that a lot of you want to put that type of investment in. What I really liked was to change the pads. It's just as simple as pulling out this cotter key or cotter pin, pull it out, pull the pads out, put the pads back in, put the cotter pin back in, and you're done. Takes 10 seconds to change the pads. So I guess if you're using these for a racing application and you throw a pad or smear one or whatever, you can just pop the pads out real quick and throw another set in. Aside from that, everything in the front is just about ready to go. We've got some new motor mounts, transmission hardware, and all that on its way still. It's on back order. We're going to go ahead and get an alignment done. I'll show you guys how to do that just simply by using a couple pieces of string and some rollers, and you can get your basic alignment pretty much done just here. Save yourself a couple $100 in your own shop. So we'll get a video made on that when I go to do it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get the new master cylinder put on and get it ready to plumb into these soft lines up here on the front. We'll get the windshield washer motor installed, or the windshield wiper motor installed rather. And that's going to be about it up here on the front for now until the motor is done. I'm hearing it should be done next week. So super, super excited about that. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get the back of the car up on stands, get these tires off, get the rear end pulled, get the springs pulled, get all the rear suspension out of there. Tear the rear end apart. We're going to go back with obviously a posi traction rear end, thinking probably 411 gears. We also have the disc brake conversion coming from Wilwood as well, to convert this over from drum brakes to disc brakes. So that's going to be pretty interesting how that pans out, and that'll all be done when we have this out of the car. So be sure to keep tuned for that. If you have a suggestion on that, by the way, for the gear ratio for racing, or what you think a good rear end would be, shoot it down in the comments below. I'd like to see that. And other than that, we're just going to get the rear ready for racing. I've made some contacts on coming to build a cage for the car, so we're going to have that coming soon. The fuel cell, the battery box, and the new battery is already on its way. So we're moving on at a pretty good clip here with this car. Also, real quick, we've got some good news, or some new news rather, on the Hummer that'll be coming up soon. We got something really, really cool going on with this. So we're going to get it pulled back out and start getting ready for new parts for the Hummer. And then got some pretty cool videos for you guys coming out next week or the week after that you're really going to enjoy. Those seem to do really well on this page. So I'll let you know what those are going to be here soon. Other than that, we're just going to keep kicking it on Homer here and getting this ready for next year. And that's going to be about the end of it. If anybody wants me to do a install video on these, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll take one back apart and show you step by step how to put them together. Or if you have any questions, even shoot them down in the comments below. I'll do what I can to help you out with that. But other than that, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you soon. Later.